ever wondered what it really means to, live in Merida, not just visit?
Hmm.
Beyond the amazing buildings and, let's be honest, the incredible food,
Yeah.
there's this unique rhythm, right? A beat.
Hmm.
And a huge part of that is the celebrations.
Absolutely. It's the city's heartbeat.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into Merida's major cultural festivities. Because really, understanding these is kind of your fast track to feeling like you actually belong here.
It's so true. And look, knowing about these celebrations isn't just about having fun, although believe me, there's plenty of that.
Oh, yeah.
But this deep dive, it's really about showing you how jumping into these local traditions, how that builds real connections, like deep ones.
Yeah.
It's how you stop being just an observer and actually, become part of the fabric of Merida, part of its story.
And that's exactly what we want to do here. We're sort of cutting through all the noise, pulling out the really key stuff, the surprising bits about Merida's biggest cultural moments. Think of this as like your curated guide, giving you the essentials. And honestly, this kind of focused, tailored info is exactly what Merida Expats 411 is all about.
Right, helping you skip the overwhelm.
Yeah, simplifying things so you can just navigate life here and really soak it all in, experience the richness without getting lost.
So let's talk about why these celebrations are so important if you're settling in Merida.
Okay.
Fundamentally, they're just the fastest way to get a real handle on the culture, build that respect, and honestly, they're the best places to actually meet people.
Totally agree. Connect with neighbors, the wider community. It's where those friendships start, where you really begin to feel, integrated.
And plus, let's not forget, almost every single celebration involves amazing food.
Oh, boy, the food.
Fantastic music, bustling markets. It's like authentic Yucatan life. Just opens its arms and says, come on in.
Yeah, it really does.
And what's really special about Merida's celebrations, I think, is how they feel like these natural gateways. They're not just put on for tourists.
No, not at all.
They're deeply communal. You see ancient traditions being honored, stories getting passed down, and there's this real sense of belonging that gets built.
You can learn more in one festival than maybe a whole month of just sightseeing.
Exactly. And understanding why they celebrate, that's the key to getting the Yucatecan spirit,
You nailed it. Okay, so let's jump into some of the big ones. Where should we start? Maybe with something really unique to the Yucatan.
Let's do Hanal-Pixon. It happens right around Halloween, October 31st to November 2nd.
Hanal-Pixon, food for the souls, right?
That's the translation, yeah. And while it lines up with Dia de los Muertos elsewhere in Mexico, the Yucatecan version,
Yeah.
it feels different, more ancient somehow.
How so?
Well, the most fascinating thing is how deeply it blends the old Mayan beliefs with the Catholic stuff. It's not just one layered on top of the other.
Okay.
You see offerings on the altars, things that clearly predate any Spanish influence, honoring ancestors in a way that feels very specific to this land. It's this beautiful mix, what they call syncretism. Ancient Maya and Catholic traditions genuinely blended.
Wow. And the traditions themselves are just incredibly moving to see.
Oh, absolutely.
Families build these amazing altars, right? Just covered in bright marigolds, candles everywhere, photos of loved ones, and so much food.
And the food. You mentioned it earlier, but the mukbi palo.
Yes, you have to talk about mukbi palo.
It's basically this huge savory tamale, but it's often cooked underground in a pit, a pib.
Yeah.
And you really only find it during Hanal-Pixon. It's an experience.
It really is. And families also go to the cemeteries, right? To clean the graves, decorate them.
Yeah, they gather there, remember people, share stories. It's very communal, very touching. If you're in Merida, then, the Cementerio General is a key place. But even smaller community events let you respectfully see these rituals unfold.
Okay, so from that deep remembrance, the mood shifts pretty dramatically later in the year, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a bit. Come February, Merida gets ready for Carnival.
Pure celebration. The dates move around, but it's always leading up to Ash Wednesday.
Right, it's that big blowout before Lent. And like so much here, it's a mixed Catholic roots, sure, but tons of Caribbean and Mayan flavor thrown in.
What makes Merida's carnival special, you think?
Well, one thing is that it often feels less packed with tourists compared to, say, Veracruz or Mazatlan. It feels very much like a celebration for the locals, by the locals. Very authentic.
Yeah, I get that feeling too. And the parades are fantastic. The floats, the dancers in these incredible costumes, the music. It's just pure energy.
The Batal de Flores, the
Yeah.
Battle of Flowers parade. That's usually a huge highlight, just a riot of color.
Definitely. And most of the really big stuff, the concerts and main events, they happen out at the XMAC Cool Fairgrounds, right?
Yep, that's the main hub. But it's super family-friendly, too. They have themed days, parades just for kids. It's great for photos, obviously, but mostly just pure fun.
Okay, so from carnival chaos, things get a bit more serious as spring arrives. We move into Semana Santa.
Holy Week, yeah, the week leading up to Easter Sunday.
And this is obviously very significant religiously.
Oh, deeply. It commemorates the passion, death, and resurrection of Christ. You'll see quite solemn religious professions, churches doing reenactments of the Stations of the Cross. It's a reflective time for a lot of people.
But it's also a big holiday week, right? Like time off work.
Absolutely. And for many Meridanos, that means heading to the beach.
Right. Progresso, Telchac.
Yeah.
Those coastal towns get busy.
Yeah, big family gatherings by the sea. So, practical tip, if you're here then, expect banks and government offices might be closed for a few days.
Good tip. And food-wise.
Seafood. Because of the tradition of not eating meat, especially on Good Friday, you'll find amazing fish and seafood dishes everywhere. So, definitely a tasty aspect to the week.
Always a silver lining. Okay, let's jump forward to September. The mood shifts again, big time.
Yes. Grito de Independencia, Mexico's Independence Day. Kicks off September 15th evening, goes into the 16th.
And this celebrates independence from Spain, the Cry of Dolores in 1810.
Exactly. And what's interesting is, unlike maybe July 4th in the U.S., where the day itself is the focus, here the big moment is midnight on the 15th.
That's when the mayor does El Grito.
Yeah, from the balcony of the Palacio Municipal in Mérida. That iconic cry of independence, Viva Mexico. It's a huge moment of national pride. Goosebumps kind of stuff.
The atmosphere is electric. Fireworks, mariachi bands playing everywhere, folk dancers popping up.
And street food. The streets are packed. Everything's red, white, and green.
Definitely got to try the pozole then, or tamales, elotes, all the good stuff. It's just a massive street party, really. Knowing these dates helps you jump right into the celebration.
Totally. Okay, heading towards the end of the year, December 12th, is Dia de la Virgen de Guadalupe.
A hugely important day in Mexico.
Immensely. It honors Our Lady of Guadalupe, the patron saint of Mexico. It's very deeply felt. Starts super early with Mañanitas, serenades for the Virgin at churches.
And you see pilgrimages, too.
Yes, beautiful processions. People carrying candles, dancers, decorated altars. It's really quite moving to witness.
And you often see kids dressed up, right?
Mm-hmm. Little boys as Juan Diego,
Mm-hmm.
little girls in lovely huipiles, those embroidered dresses, or boys in their guayaberas. It's very sweet. And interestingly, for many, this day kind of kicks off the whole Christmas season vibe in Mexico.
Ah, okay. So the festive feeling starts then. And there are special masses.
Big time. Especially at the main cathedral, San Ildefonso, but really all over the city.
Got it. Then, fast forward a bit into the new year, February 2nd, we have Fiesta de la Candelaria.
Right, Candlemas. This officially wraps up the Christmas season. It commemorates when baby Jesus was presented at the temple.
And there's a really fun tradition tied to this one. It involves cake.
Huh. Yes, it involves the Rosca de Reyes, the Kate from Three Kings Day back on January 6th. Remember the little baby figurine hidden inside? I do.
Well, if you were the lucky one who found it in your slice, congratulations. You host the tamale party on February 2nd.
The tamale party. I love that. Such a great social tradition. And families also take their baby Jesus figures to church for a blessing that day.
They do. And what's cool is how it blends the Catholic side with older indigenous agricultural traditions, too. It's sort of a celebration of corn and seeds, getting ready for planting. Another one of those great Yucatecan mixes.
Okay, now for something completely different, more modern, but super cool. Noche Blanca.
Ah, White Night. Yes. This happens twice a year, usually May and December.
And it's all about arts and culture.
Totally. It's fantastic, especially if you're new to Mérida. Museums, galleries, they all stay open super late and entry is free.
Nice.
And the streets just come alive. Live music everywhere, theater performances, dance, art installations, and food vendors, of course. Always food vendors.
It sounds amazing. Like a crash course in Merida's creative scene all in one night. Exactly. It's a brilliant way to explore, discover new artists or venues, and just soak up the city's vibrant atmosphere. Really makes you feel connected.
Definitely putting that on my calendar. Okay, what about something for the fair lovers out there?
Ah, yes. You absolutely cannot miss the Ferry de Gexmaitcul. That runs from mid-November into early December.
The Yucatan State Fair, baby.
Pretty much. It's huge. Think agriculture, livestock shows, crafts, regional culture, very much like a North American state fair in scale.
But with Yucatecan flair.
Oh, completely. You've got rodeos, big concerts with Mexican stars, amusement park rides, and just rows and rows of stalls selling amazing local food. They showcase cattle, horses, local products.
Sounds like fun for the whole family.
Definitely. It's super popular. Lots of daily events. Sometimes they have discount days. It's a great place to just wander, eat, and soak up that regional vibe. You might even see, like, a pig race or something equally random and fun.
Okay, almost there. We mentioned it briefly, but let's circle back to Dia de los Reyes.
Three Kings Day, January 6th.
Right, commemorating the Magi arriving to see baby Jesus.
And the main tradition is sharing the rosca de reyes, the ring-shaped sweetbread.
With the hidden surprise.
Exactly. Find the baby Jesus figurine, and you're on the hook for the Candelaria tamales on Feb 2nd. It's a tradition that sets up another tradition.
I love how interconnected these things are. And kids sometimes get gifts on this day, too.
Often, yeah. Small gifts, sort of like an extension of Christmas. Little bonus joy.
Nice. Okay, last one, but certainly not least. The vaquerias.
Ah, the traditional Yucatecan fiestas. You'll find these popping up at various times, often linked to a town's patron saint festival.
And these are all about celebrating ranching heritage.
That's the origin, yeah. Cattle ranching heritage mixed with religious celebrations. But what you see is incredible dancing. The Girana.
Oh, right. With the beautiful traditional outfits.
Exactly. Women in their stunning white huipiles, men in crisp guayaberas and hats. It's gorgeous. And there's always live music, usually brass bands.
And fireworks. The churritos.
Yes. The churritos. These big, bowl-shaped frames covered in fireworks that someone literally runs around with in the crowd. It's wild, dazzling, a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Totally unforgettable.
Wow. And these started way back on the haciendas.
That's the story. Hacienda owners throwing parties for their workers after the cattle roundups. Now they're just a beloved part of local fairs and cultural life all over the region. It's like history you can dance to.
That's a great way to put it. So, wow, we've covered a lot. From the deep soulfulness of Hanal Pixan to the pure fun of Carnival, the art explosion of Noche Blanca, the tradition of vaquerias.
It's such a rich tapestry.
It really is. And I think it's clear that learning about this stuff, it's not just, trivia. It really does enrich your understanding. And more importantly, it's how you actually plug into authentic Yucatan life.
Yeah.
How you start to feel like you belong.
And that's the core of this deep dive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just spitting out facts. It's about giving you that practical insight, that nuanced understanding, so you can show up to these events respectfully, connect genuinely. That's how you go from feeling like a tourist to actually being part of the community.
Yeah.
And honestly, having access to this kind of well-researched, distilled info, the stuff that maybe goes a bit deeper than the average travel blog,
Right.
that's what really helps you thrive when you move somewhere new. It lets you bypass feeling overwhelmed and just start connecting,
Yeah.
start living it.
So maybe something to think about is how could knowing these cultural rhythms, these touchstones, really shift your own experience here? Take it from just visiting to truly being woven into the community.
Yeah, and maybe also consider how having access to solid, curated information, like what we aim for with Merida Expats 411, how that can really empower your whole journey here. Saves you time, cuts through the noise.
Gets you right to the heart of what makes Merida so magical, lets you embrace it all confidently and, joyfully.
Exactly. Ready to jump in?